I'm Patrick Bailey with iQlist.com. Today is October 13th, 2019. And in this video I'll be showing a new design I created for Halloween. A 3D printed candy corn dish. My wife came to me a few weeks ago with a couple of ideas for Halloween/Thanksgiving for some decorations. And one of the ideas was a pumpkin, which I did a video on just recently, made a 3D design for that. It's out there. Hopefully I can put a link in here somewhere. It's really cool. Go check it out. I'm liking it a lot. We made some smaller ones. We made a giant one. It's a lot of fun. But her other idea was for decoration and also for a candy dish. She wanted a giant candy corn thing to decorate the house. She wanted it big. In fact, bigger than I could print in one go on my printer. So I said, hey, I decided to split it up. So I did a couple of designs, had a couple of ideas put together. And so here they are. It happens to be on Thingiverse right now, thing 3914450. Or if you go over to Prusa, it's Prusa number 6216 candy corn dish. Now the nice thing about Prusa, if you have a Prusa printer, I also put up the G-code files on there. And so it's all there. Now, just to let you know, right now there are 4 files on there. And so if you look, it's a little easier part to show here. There's the bottom part, middle section right here, and the top. They all go together. Now, there's a 4th one, which is a little bit different, and I have it over here, which is just one piece, because my wife also wanted me to print out just some decoration pieces that are just one piece that weren't going to be as big. But also they're a little different because you can see how this is just perfectly lines up. So there are slightly different designs because this one can't take it apart. And also I just have to change it layer by layer, where this has, a little angled in so you can put things in like that. So a little different. Now, as always, I say you need to iterate and test small. So I have a lot of little test designs I did, even in the wrong color. I also did some designs for the top that were a little pointy and could hurt you. So I had to go figure out, how to smooth this out so it wasn't so daggery. But anyway, test small, iterate, fail fast. And this took me about 7 iterations to get what I wanted before I actually got a design I wanted. And I was printing small ones in the meantime before I spent all the time and effort on the big one. So, which I'm liking a lot. So, but with that, I don't want to poo-poo thinking things through and writing things down and thinking things out. Iterate, fail fast, but also take a little bit of time to, write some things down, get some numbers down, think things through, which are very helpful. So like here's my, here, I got it up on the screen, but here's my, my design that I draw down. And part of this is you'll see all these numbers up here in the left-hand side. So right here, here's all these numbers. What I did before I even got started, I want to get the proportions a little bit right. So I got a picture of a candy corn, put it on there, kind of did some measurements in Photoshop and different things, and kind of came up with some numbers that made sense to me as far as the base goes and height and how the proportions are. And I used that throughout those are actually the numbers I think I'm pretty much using. So that helped out a lot. So I didn't have to really iterate on the proportions because I took a little bit of time to do the math and get that set up right. But anyway, it worked out pretty well. So here is this big old candy dish that comes in 3 parts. So anyway, so with that, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it a lot. My wife likes it a lot. But let me go over the numbers on this. Now, enough of the details. Some of the important numbers is how big is this? So if you go for the full size, and the STL files are in full size like this, this is about 14 inches tall, and it's about 7 inches at the base. So it is pretty big. But you can resize it whatever you want. But that, it's a fun size. Now, important details. How much candy can it fit? So what I did is I went out this morning and I bought some candy corn, which actually was a little hard to find this year. I had to go to a couple of stores before I found it. But this is an 11-ounce pack. And filling up this candy dish, the bottom, it's about 1 1/3. So the bottom can hold about, what is that? What do I write down? 14 ounces, just fine, of candy. But the middle is a much more cavernous volume. And of course the top, there's nothing. But we didn't put that. We put red vines in here. So there's red vines in here, which actually are a little too tall for this. So I have them kind of squished down in there. But if you wanted to do some decoration with them separate, you could. Or if you want to fill both of them in candy corn, you could. But this is a lot bigger. Boom, boom, boom. But, you know, it's a lot of fun. Now, let me go over the stats on how I printed this out. Now, I could have made the walls a little thinner on this. The walls are rather thick on this, the way I designed it. But I kind of like the heft, so I'm kind of happy with it. I could have made it lighter weight and probably cheaper to print, but I like what I did. And more importantly, my client, my wife, likes it a lot too. So, for the lower section, for this bottom section, it took 15 hours and 57 minutes to print. It took 13.1 cents for electricity, and it weighs 0.282 kilograms. And so at $20 per kilogram, this comes out to $5.64 worth of filament. And so the total price to print this bottom part is about $5.77. Now the middle section took 19 hours and 59 minutes and took 16.1 cents with electricity, and it weighs 0.336 kilograms. And at $20 per kilogram, this comes out to $6.72 worth of filament. So total cost to print this part is $6.88. And there's the top, much, much smaller. This took 4 hours and 16 minutes to print. It took 3.8 cents for electricity, and it weighs 0.076 kilograms. And at $20 per kilogram, that comes out to $1.52 worth of filament. So in total, it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but it's $14.21 to print this big thing. But I like it. I like it a lot. Now, if you want to print a smaller one out, just resize it. I've printed out several different sizes. I don't have all the stats on that, but here's a half size, 50%. Easy enough, and it works just fine. In fact, we're probably going to print out a couple different sizes for decoration. So I do have some of the numbers on that. Well, not that one. I did try a couple of prints. So there's the fourth one I put out there, which is just a solid piece. And I just had to put filament change in it to change it out. So this one at 50% size only took 5 hours. Let me see. Did I get the right one? A little over 5 hours. It kind of got messed up when it reported back at the end. I'm not sure why. But it was a little bit more than 5 hours, almost 6 hours to print this out with the filament changes. It took 9.1 cents for electricity, and it weighs 0.088 kilograms. At $20 per kilogram, that's $1.76. So in total, this one's $1.85 at 50% size. And then I had another one where I did try a different thing. Since I have that one, you could print a hollow shell. I tried the spiral vase, where it only had one perimeter. It goes up and up and up. That was the first one I've ever tried that. And I didn't like the results. It's nice and interesting, but the top kind of got frayed, but it did work. And this one cost 38 cents to print, so a little bit of filament. So anyway, overall, I'm liking this. I'm going to have to print some more. And it worked pretty well. And now, I probably should show the filament I use, which I have right here. Just in case you need color matching. I think you can probably get an orange out there and a yellow out there and a white out there and be fine. Right now I've got, in this particular case, the white happens to be Hatchbox. In fact, they're all Hatchbox. White, I don't think you have much of an issue. White's kind of white. But I do have, for the orange, I have an orange Hatchbox. And I do have a yellow Hatchbox. And I'll go put those links to the Amazon. Let me go put some links to those from the Amazon website where they're at, just in case you're unsure what colors to use. These colors work fine. If you find your own yellow and orange, fine. But these work just fine for me. But anyway, there you go. There's that. I'm pretty happy about it. I think at some point I need to do a video showing how I did design them. I want to do some more learning videos so people can see how to design things and different ideas out there, different techniques. And this would be a good one. There's a lot of little things I had to do to get it just right. So I'm not promising I will on this, but I will be doing some things like that in the future. And this might be a good one. So hopefully more videos to come. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy. But anyway, it's out there. Download it, print it out. I almost messed up a little bit. The solid one is half size, because if I made it full size, it's too big to print on my Prusa i3 Mark III anyway. So this one, by default, is 50% of the original size. So, boom. There you go. And happy Halloween. Have a good time printing some of this stuff out. It's a lot of fun for some decorations, right? Anyway, enough of this video. Hey, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, hey, give it a thumbs down. Also, if you like what we're doing here, subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button. And lastly, have a piece of info to share? Just post a comment.